Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my quarterly inventory update. Each quarter I give you guys a little update on what I currently have in my collection. Since it is April, it is time to do the second quarter, which will be what I have in my collection from the months of April through June. So I will go through each category within my collection and give you the overall product count that I currently have, as well as my goal count. So what I'm hoping to get my collection to. Some of the goals I have hit, some of them I haven't. This update won't be super different from the first quarter, I don't think. I feel like I haven't gotten that much changed up in my collection, but there's a chance that it'll be a little bit different. So let's go ahead and jump into my current inventory. All right, first up, I have my primer category, and currently I have 3 primers. I do include samples as part of my count, just because it helps me actually use them. So I currently have 3. My goal is just to have 2, but I think this one will get used up pretty quick. I mean, samples always go fast. It's just a matter of using them. So I have my YSL primer, which is currently in my Project Pan. I have my Auric Glow Lust primer, which this is in Morganite. And then I have this Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas primer sample. So I really like these two. I've used both of these a lot. I haven't used this one yet, obviously, but this one is my favorite primer that I currently have in my collection. It's beautiful. And then I like this one, but it's not really something that I need because it's a blurring primer and it's just not, it's not my preferred kind of primer. I really like either glowy primers or like moisturizing primers. So that is where my primer category is at. Next, I have my concealers, and I just have 2 concealers, and my goal is to have 2 concealers, so my goal is hit here. I recently repurchased my Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Perfection Concealer, whatever the full name is. This one is in L2. I love this concealer. This is probably my favorite concealer, and I'm very happy to have it back after having finished one up last year. And then this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. I have it in the shade 12, and it's a new product to me. I just got this recently, and I've only used it a handful of times, but I really like it so far. It's pretty good. I think it does a nice job brightening. I like it better than my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because this one feels nicer on the skin. It doesn't feel as drying as the NARS Radiant Creamy. And I don't know, I never thought of the NARS one as being drying, but after having used it compared to like this one, it felt really dry, and this one feels much more like this. So I prefer this one now, and I do like it. So I'm looking forward to getting more use out of it. Next up is my foundation category, and as you can see, I have a lot of samples in this one. So yeah, and the number is kind of weird right now, but I'll just talk about these 3 real fast because these are my actual foundations that I use. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury Airblush Flawless Foundation. I believe this is neutral 1. Yeah, it's, well, 1 neutral, I think is how they say it. And I really, really love this. This is a great full coverage foundation. I really like that a lot. And then I have my Rare Beauty foundation. This is in 120C, I think, or 140C. 140C. The concealer I had was the 120. But yes, I have this one. This is more of a medium coverage. It can be a little bit buildable, but I just kind of use it as a medium coverage one. And then this is my Giorgio Armani Neo Nude. This one is also, I think, 1 neutral. 1.5. I don't know my shades very well. But yes, this is the Giorgio Armani one. This is my light coverage, and this is currently my favorite one that I have in my collection. I used to think that I loved full coverage most, but I like this. This one is just incredible to me. That every time I wear it, it looks amazing. So I really, really love this one. And then we'll briefly touch on my samples here. I have the Merit sample. I have the Fenty Easy Drop. Or Ease Drop. I don't know how you say that. I've heard it both ways. But I have a sample of that. You can see I have already used one. I have the Dior Forever Skin Glow, and then I have the Lancome Skin Feels Good samples. I already had one of these samples and I used these 2 out of it and I really loved it. So I'll use both of these again. I won't be using the darker shades just because I know some people use them as like bronzers or contours, but I don't tend to prefer cream products very much as bronzer and contour and blush and that kind of stuff. So I won't be using those. So out of these different ones, I really will probably only use this one from here. Maybe I might try this one, but I bet it's going to be way too dark on me. I will probably use this one, maybe this one out of this, and then I'll be done. And then with this one, I will probably only get to use this one and this one. So out of all of this, I have maybe 10 foundations that I can use, you know, so like 7 amongst these and then just my 3 here. My category goal is just to have 3 foundations, which I kind of consider it goal hit because I just have these 3 full-sized, and again, these I can move through pretty quickly, but I do like to have them as part of my total inventory just so that I make sure that I'm using them. So I really need to focus on getting these used soon, but I am currently trying to pan this one. So I'm focusing pretty heavily on this, where these will probably sit to the side for a little bit. But yeah, so my goal is 3. I currently have the 10 approximately, but yeah, I'm okay with that for now, and hopefully I'll be able to move through some of those samples soon. On to powders, and I have the exact same 2 powders that I've had for so long. So I've got the Pat McGrath Under Eye Brightening Powder, and I love this guy. I've used it so many times, and it's still not even hit pan, so, you know, this is going strong. And then I've got the Rimmel powder, their Stay Matte powder, just repressed into here because it started to crumble. So I pressed it into here, and you can see I've already hit pan on it again. So I think, I don't know how long it's going to take me to use this up because it is pretty thin. You can kind of see it's getting pretty thin all around, but I think it'll definitely be another like 4 or 5 months at the least before I'll get this one used up. But yeah, I am happy to have 2 in my collection because that is my goal. I just want to have 1 under eye powder and 1 face powder, and that's what I've got. So I'm good with that, and I look forward to continuing to use them. On to bronzers. I currently have 4 bronzers in my collection, and my goal is to have just 2. So as a reminder, I do put my face palettes, I use them as the product, and then like I just separate. This has a bronzer in it and a highlighter, so 1 bronzer, 1 highlighter. That's how I like to count it, just to make it easier. And so I have my Maybelline City Bronzer that I'm currently working on. I did repress this because it was getting difficult to use, so that one's getting pretty close to being done. So hopefully next update, I will have that one out of here. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo, and I have pan in this guy, so that's pretty exciting. So good usage on that. This is a little just NARS Laguna Mini that I got last year, and it's got very little usage on it, but I really like the NARS formula, so I'm happy to have that in my collection. And then this is the Deck of Scarlet Mistake Proof Bronzer in the shade Tantric, and this one, like I said before, I'm not much of a cream or liquid person when it comes to face products, so I haven't used it much at all, but I do intend to start using it soon, especially as we're getting into the summertime, and I feel like it would be a good fit for summer. So yeah, we are currently a little over on this goal, but hopefully we'll be closer to the goal very soon. All right, next up is highlighters, and you will notice if you watched the last update, you will notice that this is different. So I had 5 highlighters last time. I have 4 highlighters this time. My goal is just to have 2 highlighters, and I will go ahead and tell you what I have here, and then I will talk to you about the one that is missing. So I have my NARS Last Call highlighter that I'm currently working on in my Atomic Blonde palette. I'm working to finish that one up. I've got the highlighter from the Film Star Bronze and Glow. I've got my NARS Fort de France highlighter, and I've got my Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. I like them all a lot. This one is the lightest for sure. NARS is my favorite formula, but they're all really nice highlighters. So I'm really happy to have all of those in my collection. The one that I had last time that is missing now is my Franken highlight that I had created out of the Milk Makeup Mars highlighter and then the Becca Vanilla Quartz highlighter. And I had pressed them together because I liked the way they looked together. But I was recently cleaning my bathroom, and in the process of trying to organize things, I tossed it across the room and it shattered everywhere. So it was very frustrating because I was not anticipating getting rid of it. I did not mean to, I think I was moving something and I knocked it and it just flung across the room. So I am now down to 4 highlighters. I just was like, well, I'm not going to try to salvage this because it was everywhere. So I just decided to, the tiniest bit was still in the actual pan, but it was not worth saving. So I just went ahead and tossed it. And so now we're down to 4 highlighters. So yeah, that was an accidental declutter, but this is where we're at now. And I'm okay with it because it wasn't my favorite. It was probably my least favorite out of the ones that I have. So it didn't feel too depressing or anything like that. It's just kind of one of those, man, I really wish I could have gotten more use on that. But yeah, I'm happy to have 4 and I'm happy to be closer to my goal. On to blushes. I also have 4 blushes, which is my goal. I want to have 4 blushes in my collection at all times. I just like having different options to use. So I have so these are the same as ever. I have the NARS Sex Appeal blush, the Pixie Beach Rose, my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and then the Mistake Proof blush in Savage. And I love them all. They're great. They're really, really good blushes, and I'm happy to have them all in my collection. I feel like these 2 are pretty similar in tone, but since this one is a liquid blush, it definitely gives a different like finish. It has more of like a satin finish, and this has more of a matte finish. So they're different enough that I don't mind having both of them, but I would like to use one of them up sometime soon so that I can replace them. I am working on this one in my project pan right now. So, you know, I'm just using it 100 times, but if you've been watching, the pan is just expanding like crazy. So there's a chance that this one will go soon. But I'm happy to have these different colors in here. This one's more of a neutral rosy tone, and this one's much more true pink shimmery. It's very nice to have all of this variety within my collection so that I have options. All right, here are my single shadows. Technically, I have 21 of these guys. My goal is to have 5. Yeah, so like I said last time, I think I need to do something about this category because I literally never touch these. Not once. Like, I haven't touched any of these in so long. I was using this one because this is honestly a freaking shadow from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, and it's a crumbled mess in there right now. So I haven't touched it since the end of last year, but I don't know what to do with these. I really need to make a decision on these guys because they're just sitting in my collection doing nothing. They're collecting dust, honestly. And yeah, I need to come up with something to do with this. So whether it's part of a project or something like that, I gotta do something because it's 21 eyeshadows just sitting there doing nothing. I've got 2 cream shadows, so they definitely need to get some use on them. And then the rest of them are just powder shadows that I never touch. So yeah, I want to figure something out with this, whether it's decluttering a few of them or putting them into a project or something. I definitely got to do something. So I don't know. Hopefully next time I will have some change in this category because I hate that it's just sitting here right now. So yeah, that's the current state of my single shadows. Next up are my eyeshadow palettes, and I have the exact same number of full-sized palettes. I separate full-sized and mini-sized. Full is anything over six or more shadows, and then mini is 5 or less. So these are my full-sized palettes, and I have rearranged them from how I normally have them laid out just for ease of discussion. But these 2 are in my project pan right now, my Pan Those Eyeshadow Palettes series. So I'm not going to show you what they look like on the inside at the moment. But yeah, I have my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and my Marc Jacobs Glambition palette. And I really like them both. I'm really happy to be using them right now. I feel like I'm making some good progress on them already since the start of the project. So very happy to have them there. But then let's talk about these other palettes. So I have my Lorac Pro 2 palette and Pro Matte palettes here. I was working on them last year, and as you can see, most of them are empty. This one mostly through decluttering, but I did use a lot of both of these palettes. I have barely any of these 2 shades left, and I do want to get them used up soon, so I might try to figure out some system to bring them into my routine. And then I'm not sure about Burgundy. I haven't decided whether I want to try to use that one up or not. And then the black shade I'm not worried about using up. So hopefully those I will have some method to get them out of my collection soon because I would like to go ahead and finish up Corduroy and Mocha. But then the remaining palettes, I have my ABH Soft Glam palette that I panned last year. I have my Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette, and you can see it has one pan. I really love this palette. I want to start using this more soon, so hopefully I can get that into my routine more. Then I have my Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I have one pan in here. So I like this palette a lot. These shades here are kind of weird to me. They don't blend super well. But I like all the other shades, so I do like this palette, and I do want to get more use out of it. And then I have my ColourPop Going Coconuts palette here, and I haven't used it too much. I feel like I used it a lot when I first got it, but I haven't been using it recently, so it's been a while. I would like to get back to using this one as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my collection. I don't have a ton of, I don't know, I don't have a ton of palettes. I feel like I have a ton. But then I look at it and I'm like, this is really not that bad. So with using up these two and focusing in on my other ones, I feel like I'm going to get down to my goal number of 5 palettes within the next, it's probably going to take me at least a year, but I think I can do it. I think I can get down to 5 palettes in a relatively short period of time. So I didn't count my palettes correctly. This is the 9th palette in my full-size palette collection. It is the Melt Blue Print Stack. So this is the 9th palette that I didn't include. It is still here. My apologies. All right, and then I have my 2 mini palettes. I have the NARS Atomic Blonde palette, which I'm not going to show you because it is in my Pan Those Eyeshadow palette series. And then I have my Charlotte Tilbury, the Vintage Vamp quad. So I have both of these guys. My goal is just to have 3. Again, I feel like I've said this every quarterly update, but I don't intend to purchase a 3rd to get myself to the goal. I want to empty this one out, and I don't know, I might keep this one around longer, but I want to get good use on them before I would think about purchasing another 1 or 2 mini palettes. So yeah, I'm happy with where this is at. We are on my lip product category, and I include lip glosses, lipsticks, lip stains, all those kinds of things. I currently have 4. My goal is to have 12. I do want to add to this collection in the next few months, hopefully. I just haven't because I've been focusing on other things. But I would like to add to this collection because I feel like I'm just rotating the exact same products. And I like a little bit of variety in my lip products. So I currently have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. I have my M Cosmetics lip gloss. I can't remember the exact name of this one, but it is Caramel Glaze is the shade. And then I have my Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 in JK Magic. This, I did get a refill, and so like this was originally the Enigmatic Edward packaging, but I got a refill of the JK Magic and put it into this. And then this is the Chanel Coco Rouge Flash in the shade Boy, and I really like this one. It's very subtle, but I really like it. So yeah, I'm happy with where this is at right now. Again, I wanna fill it out a little bit more so that I have different shades and different options because it's pretty neutral right now. So I would like to expand a bit. So hopefully we'll have that soon. On to lip liners. I have the same 3 lip liners. 3 is my goal. I have the KKW Beauty ones in Nude 1 and Nude 1.5. And then I have my Chanel in the Nude Brun. I think it's called Nude Brun. Yes, I have this one as well, and I really, really love this one. This is a great color. So yeah, I'm happy with those. It's a pretty simple category. Yep. On to mascara, and I have 3 mascaras. That is my goal. I like to layer mascaras a lot, and I also have to use a special mascara for my bottom lashes, so I kind of need 3. But yeah, I know most people like to just do one package open at a time, but I actually use all 3. So yes, these I'm using them all at the same time. This is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, and I like it. It's okay, but I think I'm gonna go back to my Glossier Lash Slick mascara after this because I think it's the Lash Slick. I can't remember. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the Glossier mascara after this one because it's just the best bottom lash mascara that I have found. So yeah, I think I'm gonna return to that one. And then I have this Ilia little mini, it's the Limitless Lash Mascara, and I really quite like this. So I might purchase a full size once this one's gone, but I'm quite a fan of this. I like to layer this, like do this first. I put on a layer of this, and then I put on a layer of my Chanel mascara, which this is the, let's see, this is the Le Volume de Chanel. So it's, yeah, it's a really beautiful mascara. I really like these two paired together. This one does a really great job of like separating the lashes and lengthening them, and then this one just kind of like gives a little dose of volume, and I don't know, I think it makes a really beautiful fluttery lash that's still pretty thick and full. So very happy with this pairing. Might continue to do that. I don't know if it beats my Tom Ford mascara, but yeah, I don't know. I really love that Tom Ford mascara, and I kind of want to go back to it, but I also am very happy with this duo, so I might stick with this for a while. Next up is the eyeliner category. I have 3. My goal is 5. Again, we've talked about this every quarter, I feel like, for so long. I have my Bobbi Brown gel liner, and I am working to finish that one up. Once that is used up, then I am allowed to go buy other eyeliners. But until that's gone, I'm sticking with 3. Then I have my Mario Makeup by Mario. It's the like brightening eyeliner, and I use this in my inner corner highlight to kind of give a base for the inner corner. And I think it does a really fantastic job. It helps the product stay longer, so I like to do that. And then I have my Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine, I think is the shade, and I use this in my waterline every day, and it gives a really nice nude tone to my waterline, where it just, I don't know, I love the way this looks in my waterline, and I use this every single day. So these two get used literally every day, and then this one gets used a ton, and I am so close to having this done. I'm so excited about it. I really want to have this finished up as soon as possible so that I can start buying new eyeliners. All right, we have brow products, and I just have 2 brow products right now. I have the Anastasia Brow Pen and the Patrick Ta Brow Cheat. So I think it's, or is it Major Brow? It's not the Brow Cheat. Yeah, this is the Major Brow. Brow Cheat is that was the Charlotte Tilbury one, which I had. But yeah, I have these 2 here. This is really amazing if you like your brows to be slicked into place and never move. It's great for that. And then I have the Anastasia pen, and I really like this. I have repurchased this one, so it's pretty good. This is the medium brown, dark brown. Yeah, so I like them paired together. They're pretty good. I put this on first, and then I follow up and just lock my brows into place with this guy. Next, I have my eye primer. It's just this one eye primer. It is almost gone. You can see this guy is, I've used this so much, and it's almost completely gone. I actually have removed the stopper on it. I'm probably gonna have to purchase a new one pretty soon. I'm still using it up though. I'm gonna try to get it all out. I might even get a spatula and dig that little bottom part out there, but I love this eye primer. I will 100% repurchase it when it's done. I just want to have one because, again, I've used this almost 2 years. It's been almost a full 2 years that I've been using this. So there's no reason for me to have more than one, and this is my favorite, so I'm going to continue to buy this one. All right, and we're on the final category, which is setting sprays. I have 2, and I want to have 2. So we've got category goal hit here. I've got my ColourPop Pretty Fresh, which I have purchased like 20,000 times. I really love this one. This is a great one for the days where you don't necessarily care if your makeup lasts forever, but you want it to set down really beautifully. I really love this one. This is a great one, great price point, so I use this all the time. And then I have my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This one is when I want my makeup to be locked in forever, and so these are probably my 2 favorite setting sprays that I've ever used, and I will almost definitely continue to repurchase them. I might try something new every now and then, but I really love these, so I don't know why I would purchase anything else. And that is it. That is my current makeup inventory. So overall, I'm really happy with where my collection is at. I have a few categories that still need work, obviously, but I'm very happy with the majority of the categories. They're pretty well where I want them to be. Again, there's a few that I need to work on, but for the most part, I'm very happy with it, and I don't really feel the need to work too seriously in any one category. I do want to build up a few. I want to build up my lip products soon. I just feel like they're kind of, I don't know, I feel like because I just have the 4, I'm getting a little bit bored, and I like having variety in my lip products. So I will probably purchase some new ones soon. Hopefully I will have an update for you on those in the next quarter. But otherwise, that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.